2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Well, my first quarter score's right, so I'm doing something right.
That's good. Welcome back once again to Central High School. David Clary, TJ Hibben, Ethan Eubanks, Mike Sheehan's with us. Brian Bennett back at the station. We appreciate Cutler and Grady for joining us here. As the second quarter is about to get set. Mike, Lady Wildcats started out a little slow, but kind of picked it up late in the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought so too. They've done a really good job. A lot of turnovers, and the Lady Wildcats are causing havoc in the passing lane.
Great pass inside to Janaea Pippins, and the Lady Wildcats have the lead 27-11 after a steal, and almost another one there. Sakari Stewart had a big play a moment ago. Here's Central for three. It's up, no good. Rebound to the Lady Bobcats. Central throws the ball away, taken away by Zayana Stewart. She drives right-handed off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Sakari, no good. Jenna back up with a shot, no good. Again, no good. This time, Janaea, the freshman, picks up the loose ball and scores, and the Lady Wildcats are up 29-11. We got I believe we have the sound going now on the stream. We just didn't have much time here to set it up as Central works the ball top of the circle, holding the ball, brought it up high by Oak Ridge's Ayana Porter. Court spacing not great, but they launch a three. It was a wide open. Shot is no good. Rebound, Zayana. Zayana Stewart down the floor in the rear court, blows past her defender, goes all the way left side and throws the ball, intending it for Jenna. Then Janaea reaches in and ties her up. Nice play there by the freshman, but the alternate possession arrow, let's see. Believe we'll give the ball back to Oak Ridge. 6:46 to play. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Underneath the goal, it'll be Sakari Stewart to work the ball in for the Lady Wildcats. Into Jenna for the shot, rolls off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. They'll work it out. Nearly a steal. Good hustle there by Sakari. Picks it up right side. Good defense again, Oak Ridge. Going a little bit more aggressively on the perimeter. Central ball along the baseline. Then they dribble the ball, I guess, off the body of Sakari Stewart out of bounds.
Yeah, it bounced off her knee, David, went out of bounds. Central retained possession. Lady Wildcats were really putting a lot of pressure on them defensively, David.
Ball's knocked out of bounds again by Oak Ridge. 6:21 to play. Central High School. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good crowd here tonight, Mike.
It does. It's a good size bunch of people coming in. And we're early in this game. We're still in the first half, David. Oak Ridge leading 29 to now 12.
6:21 to play. Shot was good. See Brian Leffler, trainer of the Wildcats. He's in the house here. Second toss, also good. 29-13 the score. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Ayana blows past her defender. Swings the ball to Janaea. Janaea back to Zay. Zay penetrates, goes all the way in. Has trouble with it. Ball kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Zayana Stewart. Zayana is slowly getting back into basketball. I mean, she
is really looking good, if you ask me. She's a hard charger, I'll tell you that right now. She's running wide open every play.
Central gets the ball across the line. Here comes the trap out high. Jenna reaches in, tried to get the ball away. They drive to the free throw line, throw it up, and off the glass, good. Nice play by Central. 5:51 to play. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come Oak Ridge. Wildcats, Ayana Porter to Janaea Pippins for three. It's going to be partially rejected out of bounds. They say last touch by the Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, they blocked that shot out of bounds, actually, David.
Well, that's kind of what
a piece of it, and it went out of bounds.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, but I guess they saw it differently. As Central brings the ball down the floor. Lady Bobcats trying to close the gap. They've pulled to within 14. Central's got some new players in. Lady Wildcats bring Lindsey Cleveland back in the ball game. Wildcats have Jenna Johnson, Zayana Stewart, Ulisha Mitchell is back in the game. 5-second count should be on here. Lindsey comes up to defend. Over on the right side, it goes to Scout Horner. Scout guarded by Lindsay. 5:17 to play in the first quarter. Central with a basketball. Dribbling out high, number 12 with it. That'll be Cadence Horner. Dribbles to the left. Very patiently working their offense. Then they throw a terrible pass. It's intercepted by Lindsay to Jenna Johnson. Right-handed off the glass. Good. Jenna scores. Mike, how many does she have now?
She now has 12 points, David.
Lady Wildcats up 31-15. Here comes Central with the basketball. Zay reaches in, dives for a loose ball. Should be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow this time will give Central the basketball. 4 minutes, 46 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. We are live in Fountain City at Central High School. The Lady Bobcats and Lady Wildcats have been playing since the mid-70s. Lady Wildcats lead the all-time series. Probably the most incredible stat is 106-1.
Oh, I know. I saw that. I have trouble believing that, but true.
The one loss came in 2011 on this floor. That's when Coach Jackson was coach. As Ayana drives in, missed the shot. Jenna has a great rebound, saves it, dribbles out of there, kicks the ball left side. Then the ball's taken away by Oak Ridge, Lindsay, Cleveland, back to Jenna. Central playing very aggressively defensively as Ayana. Nice move. Couldn't finish the shot again, though. And here comes Central down the floor. You can tell Zayana's mad. She was going to go get that ball regardless. Might have been an offensive player control foul. They didn't call it. Here's a shot, no good. Central doing a great job. She stepped out of bounds with it. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball.
Well, they're really scrapping in under there, David. They're really pushing and shoving and having a wonderful time.
I'm not really used to Central being actually that aggressive, but it's good to see. It's great to have all of our teams competitive in the district.
Yeah, really. I mean, I like these kind of games. You know, Central's not laying down, and they're not backing away from the Lady Wildcats.
3:58 to play second quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead, 31-17. Oak Ridge basketball, Sakari Stewart to Yalisha Mitchell. Dribbles in the paint, gives it into Jenna. Spinning six-footer, a little too strong. Gets her own rebound, great play. Goes right back inside and then is going to be fouled. Let me ask TJ Hibben a question. If it was your senior year and they told you that Clinton was going to cancel the football game, what would you say?
That'd be a load of crap.
Okay, as Oak Ridge works the ball in, and it comes to Jenna Johnson. Right side, top of the key, Ayana, wide open three-pointer, good! Three-point shot, Ayana Porter, her second of the ball game, her 103rd career three-pointer, and Oak Ridge leads 34-17. Here's Central with the basketball. They've got a three up, no good. And Jenna commits the foul, and it's a three-point foul. They'll go to the free throw line as she was fouled in the act of shooting a three. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to play, 34-17 the score. Ethan, without using that word, what would your thoughts be?
That they just didn't want to play us, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's all you can say. And, I know.
Missed the first shot.
Thanks, Mike. I was too busy talking Clinton stuff over here. Second toss up, good. She'll have another one. Lady Wildcats on top, 34-17. Back to the free throw line once again. Will go the Central Bobcats. 34-18, Oak Ridge in the lead. Second toss, good.
Scout Hunter was 2 for 3 on that play, David.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, down to 3:19 to play in the first half. Oak Ridge basketball. Feeding it in to Sakari. Then the ball is knocked away. Lady Wildcats trying to force it just a bit. Here comes Central down the floor. Bounce pass right in front of the bench. They work the ball to number 13. That's Houston. They work it inside the paint. Shot, spinning, shot, good. And then it'll be a timeout asked for by Central. Oak Ridge by 13, 34-21 the score. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Central High School on FM 92.7 following this 30-second timeout. Welcome back once again to Central High School. This will be the site of the district tournament, Mike. So we'll be spending a lot of time here. The tournament begins actually on the 12th, I believe, and the 13th are the early rounds. Oak Ridge would not play until, the girls wouldn't play till Friday the 16th. The boys wouldn't play till the 17th, which is a Saturday, which is the semifinals.
Wow, that's awesome. To be able to play that late in the tournament's great. You get a lot of rest that way, David.
You know, that's one of the reasons they scheduled that Alcoa game. The tournament will already have started, but we're going to play a regular season game against Alcoa during it, knowing, you know,
That's
so we,
great.
yeah. As
way
Oak Ridge's Ayana shoots a three again, this one's no good. She gets her own rebound, drives all the way back right side to Zayana, turns, spins, shoots, no good. Rebound Central. Zayana trying to find her shot here as the Lady Bobcats bring the ball down the floor. 2:36 to play, 34-21 the score. Here's a turnover. Lady Wildcats have it, pushing it up the floor to Sakari, to Ulisha off the glass, good. Ulisha Mitchell on a fast break bucket, scores off of her left hand, and the Lady Wildcats lead is back to 15. 36-21 the score. Central basketball. They shoot and good. Nice shot there by Cadence Horner, and here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. She's got 8. Here's Oak Ridge scoring. No. Sakari missed the layup. Here comes Central down the floor. Lady Bobcats bring it across the line. 36-23 the score.
Oh.
And Sakari's going to commit a personal foul. That'll be the third team foul called against Oak Ridge. Minute 58 to play first half, 36-23. The boys' game will follow. We'll hope you'll join us. Stay with us on our YouTube channel or on FM 92.7. We're looking for sponsors to sponsor our broadcasts in the district tournament. Our regular season sponsors have done a great job getting us this far, but we could use some help from community people and from other businesses that might be willing to help us out. Central basketball, Oak Ridge defense playing really hard. Central dribbling in, bounce pass, nice pass, blocked.
Oh, beautiful.
And then a foul is going to be called against Ulisha Mitchell.
It looked like all ball to me, David. I don't want to be too hard on the officials. They missed that one.
Yeah, that's my job, Mike. Let me be.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, minute 32 to play. Central trailing 36-23. Free throw is short. At the line, I believe, is that Chandler at the line, number 23?
Hayden Horner.
Okay. As she goes back to the free throw line, it is up and good. Lady Wildcats by 12. Here they come down the floor. Central playing pretty well. Lady Wildcats still undefeated in district play. They are 8-0. They play Powell this coming Thursday in another makeup ball game. Ayana with it. Lobs it into Zayana. Left block. It's going to be tied up again.
Good job.
They converge the defense on her, and she gets tied up. It'll be Central basketball along the baseline.
That was really good defense by Quinera Houston for the Lady Bobcats that time, David. She collapsed right on her as soon as the ball got to her.
Ayana's going to work it in. High pass comes into Ulisha Mitchell. Ulisha attacks left. Wide open. Three-pointer in and out. No good. Janaea Pippins has the rebound. Swings it back out to Ayana. Ayana dribbles in. Penetrates right. Back to Janaea to Mitchell. Mitchell left side to Porter. Porter comes back to the top. Now penetrates in all the way to the hole. Pulls up. Shoots. Missed it. Rebound. Back to Ayana. And then she is fouled.
Yeah.
Personal foul will go against Central.
And go against Scout Horner.
53.5 seconds to play in the first half. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. 36-24, 12-point Lady Wildcat lead. Oak Ridge works it in, kicks it out. Wildcats dribbling in. Janaea drives in, shot no good. Rebounded by Lindsay Cleveland. Back to Janaea, to Ulisha, three-pointer. No good. Nice rebound by Zayana Stewart. She is fouled, and Zayana will go to the free throw line. Zayana is an 88% free throw shooter on the season. 40 seconds to play. The Oak Ridge girls junior varsity lost today in their ball game. Kind of surprising turn of events. They led most of the way until the end. Zay's first shot is up, good. 37-24. Remember, there is no Oak Ridge Clinton ball game tomorrow at the Wildcat Arena. Clinton decided to play somebody else. Missed shot, rebounded by Oak Ridge. Back up, good. Janaea Pippins scores for the Lady Wildcats, and Oak Ridge leads by 15, 39-24. Lady Wildcats gambled a bit on defense. They launch a three. It's up, no good. Central has the ball. They'll dribble out and dribble in. Then the Wildcats reach in and can't get the ball. Here comes a foul call, I believe, against Ulisha with 20.2 seconds to play. That'll be her second personal foul. I can't wait till halftime, Mike, so I can kind of refigure and situate everything here. I'm the oldest guy sitting here. Well, second oldest guy sitting here. The youngsters have the chairs. Shot is on its way, good. 39-25. My question is, will that one hold anybody's weight? It doesn't look very good. It looks broken, yes. Toss on its way, good.
Made them both.
39-26 to score. Oak Ridge basketball. 15 seconds to play. Zay with it. They work the ball left side to Janea. Down to 7 seconds. Lady Wildcats got to hurry. Wildcats, backdoor play, nice. Janea goes up for the shot, no good. Gets the rebound, can't get a shot off before the first half comes to a close. 39-26 our score, Lady Wildcats on top. Mike, your thoughts on the first half?
I thought it was a great contest. You know, both of them came out really scrapping hard, and Central stayed in it till, you know, midway of the first quarter. Then the Lady Wildcats defensive pressure got to them. They turned the ball over numerous times, and Oak Ridge got fast breaks points off of that, and slowly but surely pulled away here in the first half, leading 39-26 at the half. You got to love the way they're playing, David.
Let's take a break here. Let's send it back to Brian Bennett back in the studios of FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We are live here on our YouTube channel as well. That's Prep Radio, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082, along with prepradio.com. Halftime score, Lady Wildcats on top of Central, 39-26. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Welcome back once again to Central High School. David Clary, Mike Sheehan, Ben George, TJ Hibben, Ethan Eubanks. We had Cutler and Grady up here as well, Brian Bennett at the station. If it wasn't for those Jefferson kids, we might not have gotten on the air, Mike.
Well, they're good for something. That's a good thing. Hey, they're good for a lot. I'm only teasing. These guys are fantastic. Some of the best high school kids I've ever seen.
Why don't you run down the scoring in the first half?
Thank you, David. I believe I will. First for the Central Bobcats, homestanding team tonight. Avery Brewer has 4 points. Cadence Horner has 10 points. Quinera Houston has 4 points. Addison Brewer has 4 points. Jekiah Chandler has 1 point. And Scout Horner has 3 points for a total of 26 for the Lady Bobcats. Now for the Lady Wildcats. Deanna Stewart has 6. Alana Porter has 8. Lindsay Cleveland has 2. Elisa Mitchell has 7. Janaea Pippins has 6. And the lead all scorers, Jenna Johnson has 10.
Yeah, I'm going to let Ben be controversial right here. Ben, George, I know you're eating a brownie right now. Very seldom would you ever think that Oak Ridge and Clinton would cancel a ball game in basketball season. Your thoughts there?
Only maybe in a million years would I ever think that that would ever be possible, but given the football scheduling with Clinton is not very surprising to me, but with basketball it definitely is, and it sounds very dumb, but I guess they have to make up for something. I guess they have to make an excuse for something. But
they do have a district game. They're going to play Anderson County tomorrow instead of us, so what I want to let everybody know, don't show up at the Wildcat Arena tomorrow because that game is off tomorrow. Mike, I know you don't want to be controversial. That's why I'm letting these high school kids do it. But, I mean, it's just unfathomable to me that a rivalry that goes all the way back to 1943, that they would cancel that ball game. I mean, it's just so unfair to the kids.
It could have been made up. You know, I'm not going to pull any punches here. Everybody pretty much knows that. It's just the fact they just don't want to play us because we're so much better program than they are this year in particular, David.
All right. Should that be the last time we talk about it?
Whatever.
I'm just going to point
it.
out.
We can't change it.
Yeah, we can't do anything about it, right?
It's very disappointing.
I can vent just a bit, but I just don't want anybody to show up at the arena tomorrow thinking that it's Oak Ridge and Clinton tomorrow. It's not going to take place. We are at halftime of the girls' game. Not the greatest first half of basketball, but not terrible, especially on the road. Lady Wildcats have already won the district championship. They are the #1 seed. Right now, the other teams, there's 3 teams battling for second place, Powell, Campbell County, and Carnes. And that's kind of important, too, for the seeding because whoever is the second seed, they also get a bye and a berth to the region. So that's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Every break you can get in the schedule is wonderful. If you get a long rest, it really helps you out. It makes you feel better all the way around, and knowing, you can rest and come over here and watch these other girls play if you want. And you get a lot better view of things sometimes by watching other teams play. And they're going to have the opportunity to do that either through a scouting report or actually coming themselves and watching these games. I'm looking forward to it, David. I live closer now because I live in high school. It takes me 20 minutes to get here and 30 to get to Oak Ridge. So I'll be coming to watch a few games myself.
Let's take a break here. And we're always glad to have you, Mike. And we're also very glad to have Ethan and TJ. That would be Trenton J. Hibben. We're helping us out here. Appreciate him. 39-26 the score. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Central High School following the 60-second timeout.
Do me a favor. Hand me that black bag right there behind you, please. It's a little bit heavy. Got all my worldly possessions.
Welcome back once again to Central High School. Lady Wildcats on top, 39-26. The Central Lady Bobcats have the ball first as we start play here in the second half. Oak Ridge comes out with Lindsay Cleveland along with Zayana Stewart. Jenna Johnson, here's a floating shot up, no good. Rebound to Zayana Stewart. She falls down or got knocked down. They get a shot up, good. Not exactly sure what happened there. Zayana hit the floor, and here comes Lady Wildcats. The lead is cut to 11. Ulisha with it. Works the ball inside, swings the ball back out. Left side it goes to Ulisha Mitchell, swings the ball around. Lady Wildcats, Ayana Porter shoots a three, on its way, good. Three-point shot for Ayana. I believe that's her third of the ball game. Here comes Central down the floor, moving right to left now, wearing their all-white jerseys. Here's a deflection and a steal. Great hands there by Jenna Johnson. Then the ball is knocked out of bounds. 42-28, a 14-point lead for the Lady Wildcats. Ethan now doing camera, along with TJ down doing the scoreboard work. Mike keeping our stats. Brian Bennett back at the station. Ben George down on the floor. Appreciate Ben coming here. Oak Ridge ball. Ayana Porter with it. Lobs it into Zay. Zay's baseline jumper is up. Hits the rim. No good. Jenna back up with it. Short. Rebounded by Ayana. Up. Good. Ayana Porter scores. And Ayana already having a fine ball game.
Yeah, she's already got 11 right now.
Here they come down the floor, Central that is. 44-28, 16-point lead for the Lady Wildcats. 6:38 to play. With the basketball will come Addison Brewer. Brewer backs it up, dribbles out to the top of the circle with a pass to Horner. Cadence Horner dribbles in, then a reach-in foul is going to be called against Ulisha Mitchell. That'll be for Ulisha her third personal foul, so she might have to come out of the ball game. Looking down on the floor, looks like Brian Leffler doing a little tape job on the shoulder of Raekwon Watson. Hopefully he's okay. 6:18 to play. Third quarter, 44-28 the score. Lady Wildcats, great defensive play by Zayana Stewart. You know, every time Zay hits the floor like that, it scares the life out of me.
She's really taking a couple of numbers here lately that have worried me, but bounces right back to tougher than two times.
That's true. Lady Bobcat basketball, good defense by Lindsay Cleveland, harassing Avery Brewer, and she just gets the steal. That's all Lindsay Cleveland. Here's a layup, Ulisha off the glass. Give all the credit in the world to Lindsay's defense. It was fantastic.
Certainly was. Yeah, that was just a great play, David.
Here comes the Lady Bobcats down the floor, 46-28. Here's a driving shot, no good. Rebound to Central. They launch a shot from three, off the iron, no good. Ball's loose on the floor again, pulled down this time by Lindsay Cleveland. Jump ball, the alternate possession arrow will give the ball to Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats trying to win their 15th game.
They're really scrapping down low, David. They're really getting after each other down low, and it's pretty rough under there.
One thing that Coach Taylor told me, and actually Coach Green have said the same thing, they're actually happy this Central game is so late in the year. This is a makeup ball game. They're happy as Jenna gets a layup. Up, good. Jenna scores. They're happy because it'll only be a week or so from now when they're back on this floor playing.
Exactly. You get used to where you're playing, and the environment's wonderful.
With the basketball, another missed shot. Jenna's got the rebound. Oak Ridge by 20, their biggest lead of the night. Here's Ayana pulling up and shooting. Good. Ayana Porter drops in another one. Ayana came into the ball game and has now gone over 800 career points in her career. Congratulations to her. Jenna Johnson's approaching 800 as well. Here's a missed shot by Central, rebounded by the Lady Bobcats. 4:47 to play, pass intercepted Oak Ridge. Here comes Janaea Pippins, layup, good! And she's fouled by Avery Brewer. And Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line with one shot upcoming. Janaea is a 74% free throw shooter. Central substituting in wholesale. They're going to bring in junior Davis in the ball game. Also coming back in will come Houston. Also in the ball game, come number 30. That'll be Bella Marlowe. Just a young group here. Kind of a interesting time to substitute right now when your team is all of a sudden falling behind by 24 points, 52-28. Shot is good. This Lady Wildcat team has got so many weapons, Mike. They might have started this game a little slow, but eventually they just wear you out, and Here's another steal. Another layup. Ayana off the glass. Good. Lady Wildcats' quickness just too much for Central, and he is forced to call a timeout. Lady Wildcats lead at 55-28. We'll be back to Central in 30 seconds.
Yeah, they've come on fire here.
Welcome back once again to Central High School. Lady Wildcats all of a sudden, just like that, Mike, are up 55-28. Here's a travel called against Central. Oak Ridge's defense has just turned the heat up, and just right now, Lady Wildcats doing what they want to.
They are swarming all over the Lady Bobcat and getting turnover after turnover into points. That's the most wonderful part.
Here's Ayana, has the ball knocked out of bounds by Central. It's not a bad officiating crew. I don't think I've ever seen this guy closest to us. We've had the other two many times, but I don't know if I've had the guy closest to us. Ball's worked into Jenna. Jenna Johnson, junior. Pulls up, shoots, a little short, hits the rim. No good. Rebounded by Janaea. Janaea back to Ayana for three. No good. Rebound by Lindsay to Janaea. Her shot is blocked. Ayana gets the rebound, drives along the baseline, didn't have a shot, backs it up, then lost it on the floor. It's picked up again by Oak Ridge. With it will come Zayana Stewart. Zayana swings the ball back out to Lindsay Cleveland, lobs it to Jenna Johnson, turns on the right block, shoots off the glass. No good. Not a bad looking shot, just wouldn't go for her. Here comes Central down the floor. Lindsay just all over it. Lindsay Cleveland. Here's a steal by Zayana Stewart. She's going to get a right-handed layup. Good. Zayana Stewart scores. Oak Ridge's defense just stifling right now.
Oh, they can't get nowhere. Every single possession's a steal, I swear.
Here's another one. This is going to be called a jump ball. 3:26 to play, 57-28. So after just what was the lead? It was almost like 12 at halftime or something close to that.
We're up by 14 at the half.
And now we're about
25-11. We're up by 13 at the half.
And now we're about to go up by 30 right now.
Yeah, that's just an explosion in this third quarter.
Lady Wildcats trying to win their 7th game in a row. It's just so great to have the whole team back together. A block shot by Jenna, great play. Woo. Super play by Jenna Johnson. And then ball is knocked out of bounds by number 5 for them. That'll be Davis. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Why are they pressing us is what I want to know. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ayana Porter with it outside the three-point line. Dribbles in, lobs it up there, off the glass, good. Off the glass goes Ayana Porter, and the Lady Wildcats do have a 31-point lead now, 59-28.
Ayana's got 13 just by herself, David.
Here's another steal. Here's another layup. Lindsay Cleveland off the glass, good. Lady Wildcats just putting up the numbers. That's why I'm wondering why they're pressing us right now. 61-28 the score. Lady Wildcats pressuring them up high as well. Central Bobcat basketball, number 20 with it. That'll be Ramsey. She's about to lose the ball. Saves it. Picked up on the floor by number 30, Marlowe. She backs it up with 2:20 to play here in the third quarter. Oak Ridge on top of Central 61-28. Lady Wildcats already the number 1 seed in the tournament starting next week. Here's another block shot by Jenna. Another block shot. And the foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. It's going to go against Zayana Stewart. And let's see, for Zay, that'll be her first personal foul. That's going to send number 10, Taylor Fowler, my apologies, to the free throw line. Toss on its way up there, no good. Ethan, what's it going to take to get that truck rolling?
Probably a new belt, and then maybe a new pulley or something.
He was unable to get here because a little breakdown between here and Central, and that's never good.
No, it's not.
Toss on its way up there, good. Lady Wildcat lead is 61-29. Lady Wildcats the only undefeated team in the district. They stand at 8-0 on the year. As Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor, I would expect to see a lot of different players get in the fourth quarter. And Lady Wildcats working into Jenna Johnson, spinning in the paint. Good. Jenna on fire tonight. And Jenna, who came into the game with 721 points, she'll probably have 800 or more by the end of the season. As the Lady Bobcats get a shot off, it rolls off the rim, no good. They can't buy a bucket right now. The Lady Wildcats won't even let them have the ball. Here's Zay to the hole. Good. And once again, she goes crashing down to the floor. 1:29 to play in the third quarter, 65-29. What a tremendous effort here in the third quarter.
It's just been an outburst of scoring for the Lady Wildcats. I've never seen the beat, David. They're on fire.
Lady Wildcats.
They don't miss many, that's for sure.
1:17 to play third quarter, 65-29 the score. Looks like Jenna's going to come out. Jenna playing some great basketball. And I appreciate her grandparents. Her grandparents are going to be sponsoring our games at the district tournament. And we appreciate them. As the Lady Bobcats have the basketball, number 2, that's Avery Brewer. Dribbles with her left hand, hands it off. Once again with it, Central. Ayana Porter working through a screen. Central dribbling in. Ayana guarding number 12 very aggressively. That's Cadence Horner. She stops, pulls up and shoots. No good. Zayana Stewart on the rebound. And she's fouled. Blocking foul is going to be called against Cadence Horner with 52.3 seconds. Only the third team foul called against Central. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball, side rear court. Wildcats, let's see, with 50 seconds to play. 65-29 the score. We're here at Central High School as Mike, as Oak Ridge works it in for a shot, up no good. Congratulations goes out to Todd Helton, who is elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, a proud Central graduate. We played him in football and baseball. What an athlete he was.
Oh, my gosh. Best athlete ever come out of this high school. Promise you that.
Yeah, I mean, this school's been here 100 years. But Todd Helton, I mean, I had never seen a baseball in the high school level. I mean, well, I've seen a lot of good high school players, but he was a man amongst boys.
I know he was outstanding. I got to see him play in Oak Ridge a couple of times. He could bust a baseball. My goodness.
You know, I saw Nelson Glover a few minutes ago, former coach, who was, here's a steal by Ayana. If she can save it, she can't.
Oh,
that was a tough play for her. She got a great defensive play, nearly a walk there, as they worked the ball for a shot. Good. That's a pretty shot there by Cadence Horner. 20 seconds to play. Ayana brings the ball down the floor. What I was going to say is I saw Nelson Glover before the game. He coached against him when he was the head baseball coach at Oak Ridge. And what I remember most one time is Oak Ridge, Ayana Porter, three-pointer at the buzzer is no good. As the third quarter comes to a close, he calls a late whistle foul against Ulisha Mitchell with 4 fouls. With 2.8 seconds, that's her 4th foul, and Sakari Stewart's going to come in. What I was going to say, and I'll get to it if I don't get to it this break, I remember the bases were loaded. Todd Helton was up. He walked Todd Helton deliberately because 1 run is better than 4.
Amen, brother. You don't see that very often. That's the kind of respect you need for that kind of player. He was that kind of player, David.
Yeah, he definitely earned it and was a great quarterback as well.
Oh, God.
66-31 our score after 3 quarters. We'll be back for the 4th and final quarter here at Central in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Central High School. The Lady Wildcats with the lead, with the ball. Ayana Porter with it out to the top to Lindsey Cleveland. To Zayana Stewart. Got a screen, got a drive. Missed the layup on the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. 7:43 to play, and we have a running clock. And as we've said many times, running clocks are great because we get home a little earlier.
Yeah, really, that'd be all right, too.
66-31 the score. Lady Wildcats up by 35 against Central. Lady Wildcats trying to go 9-0, trying to beat Central for the 26. Oh, great play. Ayana picks it off. Has Sakari down the floor. Sakari drives in, layup, good. Sakari Stewart off the glass. And a great feed from Ayana Porter and a great steal. Here's Central down the floor once again. 7:13 to go in the ball game. Running clock, 66-31. The boys game will follow here. What's important about the boys game, obviously, is Oak Ridge has at least a share of the district championship. But what's important, as Central puts up a shot and they do score, what's important is the number 1 seed going into the tournament. And the Lady Wildcats have that. The guys don't yet. Wildcats can do that tonight and win the outright district championship with a win tonight or a win on Thursday against Powell. This Central team we're going to play is capable as they launch a 3. Good. 3-point shot made good by the Central Bobcats. I think that was number 2, maybe Avery Brewer, who hits the shot, and the Wildcat lead is 68-36. This Central team knocked off Powell this week, and so Central's boys team is very capable. Wildcats will have to play a great ball game.
Yes, they will. That's going to be a dandy, David.
Ayana for 3, short, rebounded by Lindsey Cleveland. And then Lindsey is fouled. Personal foul will go against number 2, Avery Brewer. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Only the first team foul called against Central here in the 4th. Clock still moving. Running clock, slaughter rule in effect here, 68-36. Oak Ridge 106-1 all time against Central. Central gave Oak Ridge a fight in the first half. It was a competitive ball game.
It certainly was. That third quarter explosion surprised me and everybody else in the gym, for that matter.
Here comes a shot and a foul, and that's going to send Janaea Pippins to the free throw line. Zayana looks a little frustrated a bit. She's had a little trouble getting her shots to fall as Oak Ridge goes to the free throw line. It'll be the freshman Janaea Pippins at the line. Mike, what has Janaea done tonight besides knock down that free throw good?
11 points. Did she make that?
She did.
Now she has 12.
69-36 the score. The girls junior varsity lost tonight. They were ahead the whole ball game to the very end. Second toss, good. Lady Wildcats are going to get Paige Lawing into the ball game, and Zayana is going to check out. So Oak Ridge is going to play final 4:52, at least for a little bit, with Lindsey Cleveland, Ayana Porter, Sakari Stewart, Janaea Pippins, and Paige Lawing. Central ball, and then they throw the ball away. I was kind of surprised. Nelson Glover, the former football, or actually basketball assistant coach, head baseball coach, head softball coach, is now working for Central.
No, I'm not surprised. There's been a lot of our Oak Ridge alumni come over here, if you will.
Well, he basically told me that, he can get his pension and his salary now because of a new rule change. So, hey, why not? Double dip.
You can't blame the man for that.
Here comes Central down the floor, but then the ball goes bouncing out of bounds. They say last touched by the Lady Bobcats. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to play. Oak Ridge in the lead. See, we're going to get some more players into the contest. 70-36 the score, 3:58 to play. Coach Taylor's looking up the Oak Ridge line. Here comes Honesty Thompson off the bench. Paige is nearly tied up. She has the ball ripped out of her hands. Here comes Central down the floor, and then Lady Wildcats steal it. Great play. Paige Lawing then pushes it up the floor and barely saved. No, not quite saved by Oak Ridge's Sakari Stewart. Here's Honesty.
Of errors right there, David.
Honesty's going to come into the ball game. Checking out will come Ayana Porter, to a nice round of applause from the Lady Wildcat fans here. Oak Ridge on top, 70-36. Evelyn Eubanks coming off the Oak Ridge bench. She's going to get into the ball game in a minute. Central dribbles the ball off their body out of bounds. Be Oak Ridge with it. 3:15 to play. Evelyn's in the game. Checking out will come Lindsey Cleveland. So let me check everybody who's in right now. We've got Honesty Thompson. We've got Paige Lawing, Sakari Stewart, Janaea Pippins and Evelyn Eubanks. We're under 3 minutes to play, and Oak Ridge leads it 70-36. Oak Ridge ball to Sakari. Sakari attacks the free throw line, gives it up to Janaea. Janaea stops, gives it out for 3. Good! 3-point shot by Honesty Thompson. And here comes the Bobcats down the floor, trailing 73-36. Central basketball for a moment. They turn the ball over. The Wildcats reach in. It's going to be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give the ball to the Lady Bobcats. Marta's coming into the ball game. Looks like Anaya Hayward Tharp also checking into the game for Oak Ridge. 2:19 and counting. We have a running clock here at Central. 73-36 to score. Lady Bobcat basketball, number 5 with it. That'll be Davis. Dribbles in, throws up a shot, partially rejected, I think, by Evelyn, out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. 73-36 to score. Central with the basketball underneath the goal. Bounce pass saved by Central. Lady Bobcats number 32 in the ball game. That's Barnett. Barnett holds the ball and backs it up to number 20. That'll be Ayana Ramsey. Ramsey harassed everywhere she goes by Anaya Hayward Tharp. She holds the ball. And here's a steal by Hayward Tharp. Momentarily, if she can pick it up, she can't. Then she reaches in and trips her. Good play there by Anaya, but just couldn't quite get to the ball.
And she really gave it all-out effort, and she dove in and at the last minute got more body than she did ball, so it was a foul on her. As the Bobcats will bring it in on the side rear court.
Minute 15 and counting. Like I said, we have a running clock because of the slaughter rule, as they call it. I call it that. It's probably the mercy rule is probably more nicer, I guess. And I like to be nice. These people at Central have been nice to us over here. We got our own little area up here to broadcast. I can't see, but that's my fault. It's genetics, actually. It's not Central's fault. As they launch a 3, it's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Marta. Marta driving. Marta stops, waits. Gives it into Evelyn. Jumper is no good. Page on the rebound. Kicks it out once again. Here's Marta. Marta will not take the shot. Looks to Honesty. Back to Anaya. Back to Marta. Shoots a 3. Oh, no good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Central, and they have the basketball. They're trying to get her some varsity points. She's an exchange student.
I know that.
As there's an over and back.
That.
Oh,
and I was so hoping that she would
I thought
score.
it was an over and back.
Oh, man.
And that's going to be the final play of the ball game. Get ready to write that final score down because they'll take it off quick. 73-36. They won't even get a shot off. The Lady Wildcats are 9-0 in District 3 play. Final score 73-36. Mike, your thoughts on the ball game?
Oh, it was exciting. That's how I look at it. That was a really high-pressure game. You know, we needed this win to maintain our district undefeated season, and they did it. They came over here to Central and won again for the 107th time, and I'm tickled to death.
And the Lady Wildcats win, and we'll speak to Coach Paige Taylor in a bit. We're live here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're on prepradio.com. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television, channel 1082. We are streaming this game live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We appreciate Cutler and Grady, Ethan and Trenton, along with Mike Sheehan, along with our engineer, Brian Bennett, back at the station. And down on the floor, we've got Ben George. Oak Ridge wins it. The boys' game to follow. We'll be back, maybe with Coach Taylor, following this 4-minute timeout.
Okay. I got it.
Already Coach Green's mad about something.
That's never good.
Look, right here, here.
You're right.
Aiden Hawkins. Aiden. Coming to get lifesavers? No. Okay.
No, I just came all over. No.
I'm gonna let Aiden talk for a second, and then he knows why they were arguing.
I have no earthly idea. They were. He was hot.
We're getting closer. Where the commercial is. Aiden said that the teacher said that we ran out in between while their team was coming in, or something like that. Yeah. We're getting closer. Welcome back once again to Central High School. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of the boys' game. I noticed a moment ago Coach Green and one of the officials having what looked like a somewhat heated conversation. I brought up the Director of Basketball Operations, Aiden Hawkins, up here to kind of clarify and explain why Coach Green was so upset.
So apparently the referees told us at the last home game against Campbell County that we're not to run in between the opposing teams when they're warming up. So apparently the referee saying that we did that. None of us saw our team do that. We saw our team run down the sideline, but they said that we did. So we're going to receive a technical foul at the beginning of the game.
The home game against Campbell County, it's retroactive?
Yes. So that they told us then that we shouldn't do that, and we came out and apparently did it again.
Well, Aiden, I appreciate you coming up here to clarify that. Well, oh well.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
That's Aiden Hawkins. Mike, why don't you run down the scoring?
Chandler had 1, and Scout Johnson had 14, and the Lady Wildcats came out victorious tonight, 73-36. What a tremendous outscoring towards the second half here tonight for the Lady Wildcats. That's an excellent defensive performance. The offense is showing.
Thank you a lot, Mike. Here's Ben George. Tell us about this game that's about to get set. The boys taking on Central.
Thank you, David. Tonight, the Wildcats, like the Lady Wildcats, have clinched at least a tie for the Division III title, but the number 1 seed at the district tournament is still up for grabs. Oak Ridge is still in the driver's seat with a 2-game lead on Powell and a 3-game lead on Carnes. Carnes lost to Halls on Saturday and took them out of the contention for the District 3 title. Powell only has one path to the title, and all Oak Ridge has to do is win one of the next 2 games to win the district outright and secure the number 1 seed and what comes with it. Powell needs Oak Ridge to lose tonight and Thursday against them to give them a chance to have the number 1 seed and what comes with it again. A berth in the region tournament is what comes to it. The Wildcats got some help from Central on Friday when they defeated the Powell Panthers and sending them to just their 3rd district loss. Oak Ridge would still share the district title even if they lost both games, but seeding is what's important. Oak Ridge plays Central back on December 8th, with Oak Ridge winning that game 83-60 at the Wildcat Arena. Central's season has been one that has been up and down. Prior to Friday's win over Powell, they had lost 4 straight district games, including a shocking district loss to Campbell County. Tonight, the Wildcats take on Central for the 116th time since 1944. Last season, Central got the better of the Wildcats in one of the 3 times between the two, with Central upsetting the District 3 regular season champion Wildcats in its semifinals of the tournament at Powell. That final score was 66-62. And then, prior to that game, Oak Ridge had won 26 in a row over Central since 2011's loss at the Wildcat Arena. This court at Central will be the site of next week's district tournament, with the Wildcats most likely playing their first game on Saturday, February 17th. The Wildcats will begin the night before on the 16th. The Lady Wildcats will begin the night before on the 16th. One thing is for sure, Oak Ridge won't be playing Clinton tomorrow as the Dragons dodge the Wildcats and scheduled a makeup game with Anderson County instead. Oak Ridge's next game will be on Thursday at home against Powell. Clinton has shown no willingness to reschedule tomorrow's game, and the kids on both sides are losers in this one thanks to the adult decision makers at Clinton. Boo to them. And tonight's games are sponsored in part by the Fox Insurance Group, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Washboard Wash and Fold, the Oak Ridge Orthopedic Clinic, TN Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, and Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. We're live at the Wildcat Arena, and we'll be back to Fountain City with the starting lineups and the tip-off following this 3-minute timeout.
Welcome back once again to the Central High School gym. The Wildcats getting set to take on the Central Bobcats. The Wildcats trying to win their 20th ball game of the year. It'll be the 14th consecutive year, Mike, that the Wildcats have won 20 or more ball games. It'll be 50 plus years since the first time they did it back in the 40s. That's incredible. We've won 30 several times as well.
That is incredible, David. What a tremendous one-loss record the Oak Ridge Wildcats have. This is a wonderful thing. This great coaching and great players is all I have to say.
Mike, looks like we're going to have the national anthem, so I'm going to send it back to Brian once again. It's Oak Ridge and Central on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We'll be back following this 2-minute timeout. Welcome back once again to Central High School getting set for this ball game. The starting lineup's about to be introduced. Mike, I was told just a moment ago by the athletic director, Coach Joe Gaddis, that what Aiden told us and what our coaching staff had been told before the ball game, that they were going to receive a technical foul. They have decided not to do that, which is good.
That's a very kind thing to do. You're on the road. I don't understand that ruling, but I'm glad they didn't rule that direction.
Starting lineups are being introduced. The Wildcats will start. It looks like Garrett Giles, Raekwon Watson, Caden Brightheart, Cooper Williams, and it looks like Shamar Green. Well, not a whole lot of volume on that. There was no volume on our starters, but now there's lots of volume on the Central. Well, that's okay. We're on the road. I mean, they have the right. What a crowd here. I don't know that I've seen this size of crowd at an Oak Ridge Central game in a long time.
There is a great crowd here on Monday night, and it's going to be loud and proud tonight, David. Looking forward to this game. We need this one for our district. We got to have it.
And we appreciate you watching our broadcast today, and give you back the score sheet. We'll go over that again. We understand we weren't able to get all the scoring on the girls' game. We'll do that at some point tonight at halftime of the boys' game as their starting lineups. They are coming off of a very impressive win this past week against the Powell Panthers. Powell was pushing Oak Ridge in the district standings, but Central took him down, and by virtue of that, the Wildcats secured at least a part of the championship. They can win it outright here tonight. It'll be Shamar Green to jump for the Wildcats. And we're about to get set. Oh, almost save somebody right there, TJ. it'll be Shamar to be jumping against J.D. Harris. Officials are ready. Ball easily controlled by Oak Ridge. And we are underway here at the Central High School gym. For the basketball will come Raekwon Watson as Shamar drives in for the shot. No good. Missed the shot. Cooper's got the rebound back up. Its shot is blocked. Saved by Garrett Giles. The Wildcats with the basketball. 0-0 our score. 7:45 to play here in the first quarter. Just underway from Fountain City. Caden Brighthart works it into Shamar. Double team back to Caden. It goes. Good aggressive defense being applied by the Bobcats. Here's Ray, top of the key. They let him shoot. He knocks down a three. 3-point shot for Raekwon Watson. And the Wildcats lead it by a score of 3-0. 43rd career three-pointer by Ray, who came in with 538 career points. They launched a three. It's no good. Caden Brighthart on the rebound. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Caden Brighthart to the free throw line, to the hole. Goes up for the shot. No good. Cooper back up. No good. Misses again. Up again. No good. Again, Central pulls down the board. Cooper, the last couple ball games, has had some trouble getting them in the hole here as Central launches a three to tie it. It's in and out, no good. Garrett Giles on the rebound. Garrett pulls it quickly down the floor, gives it out to Caden, who drives the baseline, goes inside for Ray. Three-pointer wide open again, no good. Rebound Central. Bobcat basketball pulling down the board. Josh Brown, a senior post. He's a big dude, pretty similar in size to Cooper. Maybe has a little weight on him. 6:36 to play, first quarter, 3-0 Wildcats here at Central High School. Lady Wildcats have won their ball game today. Central, 5-second count is on. You got to call it. As they work the ball inside, number 2 spins, shoots, blocked.
Great
Big block by Shamar Green.
Great block by Shamar that time. He got all ball and it went out of bounds. The Central remained possession, but a great block.
Reggie Jones will work the ball in. Cooper fronting him on the baseline. He steals the inbounds. Great play by Cooper. Here come the Wildcats down the floor, pushing it up to Ray. Ray splits the defense, goes coast to coast, all the way to the hole. No good.
Man.
Central on the rebound. Got a couple bunnies, just won't fall for us. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. They can tie it on this three by Meadows. No good. Rebound tipped by Ray, and pushing foul is going to be called against Josh Brown of Central. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats have had some point-blank shots, haven't been able to get them to fall. The Wildcats trying to win their second consecutive ball game. They've knocked off Campbell County, lost to Carnes last Tuesday. Oak Ridge ball, Garrett Giles with it, top of the circle, around to Ray. Got a screen from Shamar, looks to drive. Let's see where Cooper is on the right block. Bounce pass, he wanted to go to Shamar, could not. Swings it around the top of the perimeter. Garrett Giles stops into Cooper, double team, still drives in, nice shot. Cooper Williams off the glass, and Oak Ridge leads 5-0. 5:37 to play in the first quarter. Here come the Bobcats. They try to save it. Really bad pass. It's going to be an over and back call against Central. Yeah. Josh Brown, just not a good pass at all. And really number 0, DJ Smith, had no real way to get to the ball.
Well, it's good pressure defense. Has a lot to do with that, David. Wildcats really swarming on the Bobcats right now.
Here comes Ray down the floor. 5-0 our score. 5:26 to play. Ray to the hole. Good! Count it! And he's fouled. Raekwon Watson will go to the free throw line. Oak Ridge on top of Central now, 7-0. And Ray will go to the free throw line. He is a 68% free throw shooter. He'll have one shot here. Toss, good. Ben George doing camera work down below us. We appreciate him. Ethan Eubanks is here. Trenton J. Hibbins as well here at Central High School. Mike Sheehan as they work the ball in for a shot. No good. Cooper's got the rebound. That's Cooper Williams to Ray. Got it by Meadows. Brings the ball across the line. Dribbles all the way around a screen. Cannot go all the way in. Now will pull up and shoot it. Good. Ray feeling it tonight. It's a three-pointer, and the Wildcats are up 10-0. 4:59 to play here in the first quarter. Take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Ray's got 9.
Welcome back once again to Fountain City Central High School. Good start for the Wildcats. They lead the Bobcats by a score of 11-0. It was deemed a 3. Central ball. They're still in the rear court. Oak Ridge's pressure causing all kinds of difficulties to the Bobcats. With the basketball will come Reggie Jones. They work the ball for a 3 in the corner. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Caden Brightheart. Caden works the ball to Garrett Giles. Turns, spins, drives, shoots. No good. Might have gotten deflected there. And here comes Central down the floor. Bobcat basketball. They work the ball left corner. 11-0 Oak Ridge. Great start for a team that beat Powell the other night. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge, saved by Caden Brightheart. The Wildcats senior drives in for the shot. Good! 13-0 Wildcats. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. 4:16 to play in the first quarter. Couldn't ask for a better start, Mike.
No, 13-0. They jumped on them real early, David. Great offensive output by the Wildcats.
The Wildcats with a win can secure the District 3 championship outright and the number 1 seed at the district tournament. Partially rejected shot, rebounded by Ray Ray. And here comes a blocking foul called against number 2. A little bit of frustration foul there on the part of J.D. Harris as Oak Ridge leads Central 13-0. Wildcats have a full contingency of players. I mean, they have everybody dressed out tonight as the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. I guess going forward, this is going to be our roster here. The freshmen are joining us. Cooper's going to join the, well, who is that is going to go to the free throw line?
Cooper. James Neal Williams.
Cooper's going to go to the free throw line. Ethan, that's your boy right there. I mean, he wanted me to say that. I give him the opportunity, and he blows it as Cooper goes to the free throw line. Shot is good. 14-0 our score. I mean, we started out kind of struggling tonight, so we might as well have a little fun, Mike.
Amen. We got to have a little fun, David. He made both of them, Cooper. So now the Wildcats are up 15-0.
And then a foul is going to be called against Caden Brightheart. As I said, let me talk about this again. The Wildcats are going to have won already, at least a share of the district championship. But a win tonight or Thursday, they will be the outright district champions and the number 1 seed of the tournament. The girls are already the number 1 seed of the tournament. They've won a district championship as well. As the Central trying to score for the first time in this ball game, it's 3:25 to play. They're going to drive the baseline, and then foul is going to be called. That was a pass, not a shot. Let's see what he says it's going to be. It's going to be a foul called against Oak Ridge. It's going to go against Caden Brightheart. Central ball. Price Davis coming into the ball game. 15-0 Wildcats. 3:22 to play. Bobcat basketball. Trying to work the ball in, yet to do it. Now ball is taken away by Price Davis. Price and the Wildcats battle for it. Price has got it to Garrett Giles. He didn't have numbers, so he waits for his teammates to come across the line. Now Garrett pulls it up and gives it out to Ray Ray. Ray Ray attacks the middle, goes into the hole, shot no good. Shamar battles, Cooper's got an easy one. Good. Cooper Williams scores. It is 17-0 Wildcats, and he's already got 10. Here comes Central down the floor. Bobcats have yet to score in the game, and Holding still yet to score. Oak Ridge ball. Garrett Giles with it. Pushing it up the floor. Garrett to the hole. No good. Rebound to Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Rodriguez with it. Around the left side it goes Reggie Jones for 3. Clang off the iron. No good. Garrett Giles with the basketball. Garrett going coast to coast, and he throws the ball, intending it for Cooper. It goes out of bounds. 17-0 Oak Ridge, Mike. This is a team that beat Powell the other night.
Hell, they're rebounding, they're boxing out. They're doing everything right tonight, not like Carn.
2:34 to play, first quarter. 17-0 Wildcats. Can't get complacent to go, though. A lot of basketball to be played. Bobcat basketball. This is a good team. Number 2 with the basketball, guarded by Brandon Hayward. Here's another near steal by Cooper, saved on the floor by the Bobcats. Number 1 with it, that's Rodriguez, Efren Rodriguez. We had a guy on our football team by that name. They go back door, shot, good! Central scores! It's pandemonium in Fountain City, and it's 17-2. Here's Garrett Giles going up for the shot. Good! Garrett Giles scores. It's 19-2. The Wildcats in the lead. Minute 58 to play here in the first quarter. Here come the Bobcats, coast to coast. Good. They score off the glass. Nice play there by Central's number 3, Reggie Jones. The Wildcats, Brandon Hayward with a layup, beating him up and down the floor. 21-4 the score. Here comes Central down the floor. With the basketball will come Horton. Here's a steal by Brandon Hayward. Saved to Cooper. Here come the Wildcats. 21-4 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats, Ray blows past his defender, and he's going to lose the ball out of bounds. Minute 30 to play first quarter. 21-4. What a start for the Wildcats. I've said that several times as the Wildcats substitute Charlie Taubenheim in the ball game. The Wildcats have Raekwon Watson in. Oak Ridge also has Brandon Hayward along with Shamar Green and Garrett Giles. Here comes Justice West off the bench. He'll come into the ball game in a moment. Minute 26 to play. Central team, as I mentioned, they're just coming off of a win. Oh, there's a three-point shot. They can get back in the game that way. Here's Oak Ridge coming down the floor up by 14. 21-7 the score. Oak Ridge with the basketball. Ray with it, around a screen, dribbles in, kicks the ball. Charlie Taubenheim for 3. No good. Shamar is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Shamar on the season for the Wildcats is a 66% free throw shooter. Yet to score in the ball game. He'll have 2 shots here. John, good to see you. In attendance here, we got the full crew here. And Cutler and Grady have since hit the road. Toss on its way, good. Shamar hits the toss. 22-7 Oak Ridge. Ray out of the ball game. The Wildcats will play Thursday against Powell. They will not play Clinton tomorrow. Clinton will play Anderson County. They canceled the game on us. Our home game. Toss, good. 23-7 the score. 59 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Shamar working hard on number 10, David Clark. Works the ball left side of Rodriguez. Rodriguez given a shot. Wildcats up 23-7. Bobcat basketball. Clark with the basketball to Rodriguez. Central dribbling in. Right elbow. No place to go. 36 seconds to play. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez in the paint. Harassed. Drives in. Stops. Cut off. Along the baseline. They throw the ball almost away. Nearly a steal. Nearly a walk. As they launch a 3. It's good. 3-point shot by Rodriguez. And the Wildcat lead is 13. 23-10 the score. Here's Justice West down the floor. Freshman gives it off to Charlie. Charlie back to Justice around to Garrett Giles. Garrett pulls up right elbow. Shot no good. Brandon Hayward on the rebound wants to go to Shamar. He has the ball, and then he is going to be tied up. Alternate possession arrow to Oak Ridge, or to Central, my apologies. 4.3 seconds, 23-10 the score. Central back in the ballgame, Mike.
Yeah, right. The Wildcats are really smothering them today. Their defense has just choked them out. Oh!
That's what I'm saying. They're back in the ballgame.
They are. Reggie Jones just hit a running 3 with no time left early on the clock, and put the Bobcats back in it. It's like David said, 23-13 here after the end of the exciting first quarter.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Man, what a shot.
David Clary back here along with Mike Sheehan. We're joined by TJ Hibben and Ethan Eubanks. The Wildcats in the lead 23-13. Wildcats have their starters once again, but the Wildcats turned the ball over. Ray tried to get it into Cooper, and they'll come down the floor, and the Wildcats Cooper then steals it, and a blocking foul. And they're going to call a foul against Oak Ridge. 23-13. That is so bad. That is so bad. Oh my gosh. That is the other. Well, either way, Coach Green arguing his point here, but it'll be Central basketball. And Wildcats trying to get Shamar in. Is that the third foul on Caden Brightheart? Yeah, 3 fouls on him. Here come the Bobcats to work the ball in. Maybe we can work a makeup call right here. Here's Central dribbling in. They throw the ball away. Ball's loose on the floor. Saved on the floor by Central. They have it, and then they call a timeout to save possession. This early in the ball game, I don't know why you do that. It's a 10-point game at 23-13. Mike, while you have the opportunity, why don't you run down the scoring of the girls' game earlier, just the Oak Ridge side of it.
For the Lady Wildcat, Shakura Stewart had 2. Zayana Stewart had 11. Alana Porter had 19. Lindsay Cleveland had 4. Elisa Mitchell had 9. Jenna Pippins had 11. And Jenna Johnson had 14 to lead the Lady Wildcats to victory, 76-36.
23-13 the score. Wildcats in the lead by 10. Started out like 17-0, but Central makes a good comeback. They're a good basketball team. That was what was shocking about the early score, and it was not going to stay that way for sure. Wildcats had Brandon Hayward in the game. The bad news is Caden's got 3 personal fouls. Central has the ball kicked out of bounds off the body of Brandon Hayward out of bounds. Wildcats have Shamar Green, Cooper Williams, Raekwon Watson, along with Garrett Giles and Brandon Hayward. Central with the basketball. Bounce pass goes in, blocked, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Ray Ray. That's going to send Central to the free throw line 2 times. Foul's going to be called against the Wildcats. That's going to send DJ Smith to the line. First foul call on him, 23-13. 7:22 to play, second quarter. Free throw hits the back end of the rim, drops off, no good. Then George is here. We got, let's see, Oak Ridge's John Ulrich here. Remember the baseball team? I don't know why he came. I told him not to. Or John. Toss is no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Ray down the floor. Has trouble with his dribble. Wildcats have got to, like I said, they can't rest on that early score as Oak Ridge goes in for the shot. It's a blocking foul called against Central, and Ray is going to go to the free throw line because Central team's pretty good. They're very athletic. And the score was very misleading. We started out really strong, but we cannot let up at all, Mike.
No, we cannot. You could tell that by that last shot they made right there at the end of the quarter, that running jump shot he made. There's no quit in this team, Dave. They're giving Oak Ridge fit.
Ray to the free throw line. His toss is good. 24-13, the Wildcats in the lead. They're substituting Meadows back in the ball game. Also coming in, J.D. Harris checking out of the contest. Cameron Horton to the free throw line, Raekwon Watson. Ray, a 68% free throw shooter, hits them both. 25-13, back up to a 12-point lead. Here come the Bobcats moving left to right. The Wildcats for the win are the District 3 regular season champions, and they'll have the #1 seed at the district tournament, which will be played here at Central High School. Bobcat basketball, Brandon Hayward working hard defensively. Great hands by Cooper Williams. Anticipated the pass, steals it, and gives it over to Ray. Ray backs it up. Oak Ridge in the lead, 25-13. Garrett Giles, three-pointer, right wing, no good. Rebound, Shamar. Shamar goes right back up with it, good. That's a strong rebound by the junior Shamar Green.
Absolutely, he just muscled his way in and then powered himself right back up for the easy layup.
Here come the Bobcats down the floor, trailing by 14 points, 27-13. 6:20 to play. Central ball. Then nearly a steal there by the Wildcats, Brandon Hayward. They pull up and shoot a shot, which is up, no good. Garrett Giles on the rebound for the Wildcats. Lobs it over to Ray. Ray to Cooper. Cooper drives in, layup, no good. Can't get the rebound, but it's tracked down by Shamar. Saved by Brandon, saved by Shamar. Inside Cooper, lays it up, good. Cooper Williams scores, back to a 16-point game. Back on defense, needed to go the Wildcats quickly. They shoot a 3. It's no good. Shamar Green on the rebound. What a game. It's up and down the floor.
Gliding,
Here comes
David.
Ray. with it across the line. Ray backs it up, double team. He walks with the basketball. Good defense there by Central's number 2, J.D. Harris, and he did it. I mean, he did walk.
One of the few turnovers Oak Ridge Wildcats have had tonight, leading now 29-13 with 5:40 left here in the second quarter. Great outburst of scoring by the Oak Ridge Wildcats.
We're live on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com. We're also on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Appreciate you watching us. Our broadcast today. Our next game is Rodriguez shoots a 3. It's no good. Rebound, Brandon Hayward. Brandon been all over the floor. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. 5:23 to play in the first half. 29-13 the score. It'll be Central to work the ball in. Number 3, Reggie Jones will work it in. Caden Brighthart on the bench with 3 fouls. Here's the inbound. Blocked by Hayward. And a foul called against Brandon. 5:22 to play in the first half, 29-13. Clinton game was scheduled for tomorrow. Clinton elected to play Anderson County instead. They will not reschedule the ball game, so do not go to the Wildcat Arena tomorrow. There will be no ball game. The Wildcats' next game will be Thursday at home against Powell. Then that free throw is missed. Then Saturday, the annual Oak Ridge Fulton ball game will take place at the Wildcat Arena. Then a week from tomorrow, the Wildcats close out the regular season against the Alcoa Tornadoes, and they'll start district play. That's an air ball on the free throw. Well, it barely hit rim. Wildcats Cooper has the rebound. Here come the Wildcats. Ray dribbles past his defender, drives the paint, goes to the cheerleader. Nice catch. Pom-poms and all. She makes the catch, Mike.
She had to. Going to hit her one. Garrett Giles just could not handle that pass. A little bit too high and too hard.
29-13, Oak Ridge by 16. Efren Rodriguez with the basketball. Central shoots a 3, top of the key. Good. Got to come out and guard that guy. That was number 5 hitting the shot, Cameron Horton. Oak Ridge's lead is 29-16. Garrett Giles, the answer? No good. Rebound to Cooper. He falls down, picks it up, goes right back up with a shot and scores. Cooper Williams stayed with it, and he got 2 points out of it. And Cooper's got a lot of points here in the first half. 10. The Rodriguez drives left, gives it over to Meadows. Meadows swings it out to the top of the circle. They drive in, floating shot, clanging off the iron, no good. Shamar Green on the rebound. Here's Ray blowing past Meadows. Dribbles to the side. Here's the alley-oop. I think they tried to get it to Garrett.
Well, they tried to, David. He lobbed it in there, but the defender was between Garrett and the goal, and Garrett couldn't move any further, so the ball harmlessly went out of bounds. Turnover, Oak Ridge.
31-16 the score, 4:21 to play. Lady Wildcats won with a running clock today. They are the District 3 champions, the number 1 seed. Central basketball, Rodriguez with it. Out to the top it goes, number 2. That's J.D. Harris. 31-16 Wildcats. Rodriguez will shoot from anywhere. Central's got some shooters. Here's one. That's an air ball, rebounded by Ray. The Wildcats have numbers. Ray, oh, great pass into Brandon Hayward. Shot, good, and he's fouled. The bucket goes to Brandon Hayward, who did a great job to catch it and put it up, but just a great feed there by Ray.
Oh, man, he threaded the needle right in there, David, on a good bounce pass. Brandon was able to handle it smoothly, go up, and even though he was hanging all over him, he still made it. And now Brandon's going to get the old three-fashion three-point try right here at the free throw line as his shot is up and good.
Came in at a 53% free throw shooter. Here comes Charlie Taubenheim coming into the ball game. Shamar Green checks out. So the Wildcats playing with Brandon, who's giving Wildcats some great minutes here. Garrett Giles, Cooper Williams, Charlie Taubenheim, along with Raekwon Watson. 3:47 to play. 18-point lead here for the Wildcats. 34-16. Central basketball for a moment. Brandon's going to get nearly another steal. Here comes a deflection. Saved on the floor there by Rodriguez. I'll be speaking to Coach Paige Taylor at halftime. We'll hope you'll stay tuned for that. Rodriguez for 3. No good. Cooper Williams on the rebound to Ray. Then he is fouled.
Oh, yeah.
Ray is fouled by Central. I think it's going to go against number 5, Cameron Horton. 3:24 to play first half. Oak Ridge in the lead, 34-16. Like I said, The Wildcats need a win here to win the District 3 championship outright and be the number 1 seed. The girls would play their first game in the semifinals on the 16th. That's a Friday. The boys would play their first game on Saturday, the 17th. And they'll be in the Final Four and headed to the region tournament as well. They got to win tonight. The Wildcats have won a share of the title already, but they'd like to have that number 1 seed. Giles with it to Charlie. Inside to Brandon Hayward. Double team, still wants to shoot, does. No good. Oh, nice board by Cooper. No good. Up again, good, and he's fouled. 20-point advantage for your Oak Ridge Wildcats. Oak Ridge on top now 36-16, and Cooper will go to the free throw line. Wildcats had a little bit of a lull in the back end of the first quarter, but they've since pushed the lead up to its biggest margin.
Yeah, they just really separated themselves tonight, David. They're just so determined on, so much different tonight's game than the Carnes game. They're really, you can see the aggressiveness in the Wildcats and the way they want to play. As Cooper's shot is up and no good.
But Brandon has the rebound, goes right back up with it, no good. Rebound Central. Here come the Bobcats, coast to coast with it. Layup good, nice play. All the way down the floor goes J.D. Harris. Oak Ridge's lead is 36-18. Wildcat basketball. Here comes Brandon, got trapped. They turn the ball over. They'll drive in, shot, no good. Central on the rebound. They say a block and a foul against Charlie will send Central to the line. 2:42 to play in the first half, 36-18. Bobcats to the line. The Wildcats, Coach Green talking to Brandon down there. Brandon's getting a lot of extended minutes here. Played well as they put the free throw up, and it's good. Here comes Price Davis in the game, and Brandon's going to check out. Brandon got some good news today, did he not? Who? As Central goes to the free throw line. David Clark. Shot is good, I believe. 36-20 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. Here comes Ray down the floor. Raekwon Watson around a screen by Cooper. Drives coast to coast to Charlie Toppenheim. Shot good. Charlie has his first 2 points, and Oak Ridge leads by 18. 38-20 the score. Here comes the Bobcats inside, and they're going to call a foul against Cooper Williams by his body language. That'll be Cooper's first. Team foul number 5 called against the Wildcats. 2:19 to play. First half, 38-20. Wildcats will play Powell on Thursday. That game will be at the Wildcat Arena. Wildcats will play Fulton on Saturday, and a week from tomorrow they'll play Alcoa. That's a makeup ball game. The Powell game is a makeup ball game from the snow as well. This is a makeup game from earlier too. 2:19 to play in the first half, 38-20. Free throw, good. Wildcats jumped out to about a 17-0 lead. But Central, they're a good basketball team. They came storming back. Back to the free throw line will go the Bobcats. J.D. Harris hit the first one, hits the second one. Oak Ridge by 16 with the ball. Ray with it. Raekwon Watson picked up defensively by Efren Rodriguez. Brings the ball around a screen by Charlie. Drives to the hole and a screen by Cooper and gets 2 more points. Great screening action there by the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Ray Watkins was not going to be denied. Drove all the way to the goal for the 2.
Here's a missed shot, rebounded by Cooper Williams. He got fouled, no call. Cooper hands it off to Raekwon. 40-22, back to an 18-point Wildcat lead. Ray, top of the circle, has Garrett in the right corner. Swings it out to Charlie. Charlie loves to shoot from there. He knocks it down. Charlie Toppenheim, and the Wildcat lead is 21. 43-22, and the sophomore has 5. Oh, that's a double dribble, is it not?
Yes.
As they work the ball out for a shot, no good. Rebound Garrett Giles. 43-22 Oak Ridge. Garrett running the floor. Garrett, there's Charlie again. Will he shoot? He'll turn, he'll spin, he'll drive, he'll shoot, he'll score! Charlie Toppenheim, and the Wildcat lead is 23. 45-22, a minute 16 to play in the first half. Here comes Oak Ridge, back on defense. Here's a missed shot by Central. Charlie's got the rebound. Toppenheim with it to Garrett Giles. Garrett down the middle of the floor. Will he dunk it? No, he'll lay it in and score. Garrett Giles hits the bucket. Under a minute to play, a 25-point first half lead. 47-22 the score. Efren Rodriguez for 3. No good. Ray on the rebound. Raekwon coming down the floor. Ray dribbles all the way to the hole. Shot no good. Price Davis has the rebound. If he can save it, he can. To Garrett Giles, who shoots a three. Good. 3-point shot for Garrett Giles. And the Wildcats on top of Central, 50-22. Here comes Central down the floor. They shoot a three. That's no good. Garrett on the rebound. 25 seconds to play. And he throws the ball away. Taken away by Central. Rodriguez is going to drive in. Blocked. Taken away by Central, and then they turn the ball close to being over. Oh, nice hustle.
Wow.
Great play by Price Davis to give the ball back to Oak Ridge, and then the Central gets it on the Oak Ridge turnover. Here come the Bobcats coast to coast. Good, as the first half comes to a close. One half of basketball in the books. The Wildcats roll up 50 on Central. 50-24 the score. Here's Coach Paige Taylor behind you here, Mike. Let me, if you don't mind, evacuating your seat here, and we'll let her have a seat, and I'll take a seat myself. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win today. Kind of a slow start, maybe the first 2 or 3 minutes of the first quarter, but then you got things rolling. Just about everything you did well. What I love about your team, and I've told you this many times, unselfishness. They're playing as a team, and as you keep telling me, they're having a lot of fun, and that's all that really matters. And it's great to be peaking, and I think they are right here at tournament time.
Yeah, a couple things. Probably me being nitpicky as a coach. Seeing a few things like we talked about in the locker room. Like the big things we're doing well. It's the little things that we got to pay attention to detail and take care of those little things.
What are those little things?
One part of it, I would say, defensively, we've got to stop reaching. We've got to stop going for steals and taking ourselves out of position and allowing teams to play 5-on-4 and us playing catch-up. I didn't feel like we did a great job of boxing out, especially in the first half. We only had one defensive rebound at halftime. And they had several offensive rebounds. Now, they had missed shots and they had turnovers, but they also had some offensive rebounds and some makes. And we made those adjustments, but we just got to tighten in those little things. And I told them we're at the point in the season where you're going to either be a good team's going to become a great team or a good team's going to stay average. And we're going to be great.
Coach, you've got, let's see, you've won the district championship. You're the #1 seed in the tournament, and that's where you want to be. You won't play, I believe, until the 16th. I believe Friday the 16th, I believe.
I don't know. We have our meeting tomorrow, and I haven't been given a bracket yet. Last year we played on the Thursday.
Okay.
But in the years past, sometimes we played on Saturday. So I don't know yet until we have that meeting tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll
somewhere in that.
Yeah,
yes,
in that neighborhood. The good news is you're not playing in those first rounds.
Correct. Yeah,
and
we are automatically in the semifinal.
And automatically in the region.
Yes.
You got 3 more games to go. You would have had 4.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you don't have to say a word. I've already done enough talking about
Yeah.
it. So, but you were going to play Clinton. They canceled it. I guess that's the.
Yeah, I mean, I had zero communication with them. They did not contact me at all.
I mean, they didn't seem to contact anybody in our program.
Not.
So
they did not.
So we're not playing them. I mean, oh well, their loss.
Yes.
Yes. I feel.
It's and I'm not being negative. They're not in our district.
Right.
That game is really, that's a game that we schedule those games in the postseason at that point to have games outside of your district, between district and the postseason, to prepare you to see different things and different types of teams. And it's unfortunate, for our, I hate it for our kids. I hate it for our community.
And the Clinton kids, too.
Yeah, I hate it for everybody. It's just a shame that was the decision that was made without, having any conversations whatsoever. It was just done. But it is what it is. It's not going to make or break our season. That in the big picture, it's irrelevant to where we're going in our season. And, we've got to focus on, our focus had to be here tonight. The next game was against Powell, and then use the Fulton game and the Alcoa game to prepare for things that we're going to see and teams we're going to play against in the postseason.
Speaking of Powell, I guess we played him so long ago. You didn't have Ayana, you didn't have Zayana, you didn't have Lindsay. You played with those freshmen fell way behind in that
Yeah.
ball game. I don't even know how you caught up, to be honest with you, Coach. But you did. And so I guess it isn't a measuring stick ball game, but it kind of is to see where you've progressed since way back in December.
You know, I spent this weekend watching film to prepare for Central, and I watched our Central game, which was like you said, a completely different team, and I watched our Powell film, a completely different team, and like I told Janae and Ulisha, the growth that just the two of them, and Jenna too, the growth though that those three have had since that part of our season to now is tremendous. You know, it's really neat to see that, and you know, I felt like tonight we were a completely different team against Central, you know, and I hope Thursday night we are. Powell's a team, they're talented. They're young and they're talented. They can shoot the ball extremely well. You know, it's going to be a good matchup for us. They're the team probably, you know, I've said all along, like, you know, after playing them, especially as we played poorly. I went back and made myself watch it, but, you know, they have some talent there.
Coach, you know this, but you've got a really good kid in Cutler, Cutler Green. I was totally desperate up here and needed some help because my crew here broke down on the way down here.
Oh,
so
wow.
I walked over there. I saw him sitting up in the stands. I went over to Cutler and I said, Cutler, please, I need your help. And he said, okay. Immediately. Didn't even balk. He didn't.
Yeah.
He brought his little buddy with him too. So that was my crew to start the ball game. But you have a great kid. I just want
Thank
to
you. I
compliment
appreciate you saying that.
Coach, just your final comments on the win tonight.
Yeah, a great win. Now we talked about we're 9-0 in our district. We've got one more game to go, but it was a good solid team win. I think, you know, we did some little things we did well. We had 13 offensive rebounds just at halftime, sharing the basketball well, hitting the open person, making adjustments at halftime to increase, you know, to jump on that lead in the third quarter to kind of set the tone, and you know, excited to see where we're going to go.
Coach, we'll see you, I guess, Wednesday night on the TV.
Thank you.
It's Paige Taylor. Let me get Mike back in here to let him run down the scoring of the girls and the guys game. Oak Ridge on top here at halftime, 50-24. And let's get Mike in with the scoring of the first half.
Okay, thanks a lot, David. I'll do the Central Bobcats first because they don't have near the scoring the Wildcats do. Efren Rodriguez for the Central Bobcats has 6. J.D. Harris has 6. Reggie Jones has 5. And Cameron Clark has 5. To round out the scoring, Will Meadows had 2 for the Central Bobcats. For the Oak Ridge Wildcats, a lot of great scorers in this game. We've got 9 players have scored so far. Brandon Hayter had 5. Shamar Green had 4. Garrett Giles had 7. Raycon Watson leads all scorers with 13. Caden Brinehart had 2. Charlie Hollenbaum had 7, a 3-pointer and 2 field goals. Cooper Williams came up really big, second leading scorer with 12 for a total of 50 points for the Wildcats. What a great second quarter the Wildcats had today, David.
Mike, kind of remind us what happened in the girls' game as well.
Absolutely. The Lady Wildcats were victorious 73-36. The Lady Bobcats, their scoring was Avery Brewer had 4. Titley Fowler had 1. Cadence Horner had 12. Addison Brewer had 4. Kakea Chandler had 1. And Scout Horner had 3 for the Lady Bobcats. For the Lady Wildcats, Shaquara Stewart had 2. Zayana Stewart had 11. Leading all scorers, again tonight, no surprise. Ayanna Porter had 19. Lindsay Cleveland had 4. Alicia Mitchell had 9. Janaea Pippins had 11. And Jenna Johnson chipped in 14. Another great night for the Lady Wildcats, as they are going to be champions of this region.
And the Wildcats trying to do the same on the boys' side. We're going to take another break, 50-24 our score. Back for the second half in 3 minutes. Welcome back once again to Central High School. The second half just underway here. The Wildcats on top 50-24. Wildcats come out with Cooper Williams, Shamar Green, Garrett Giles. Big guy goes in for a shot, little hook shot, good. Made good by Josh Brown. And the Wildcats lead is 50-26. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Wildcats. Oak Ridge comes out with Raekwon Watson, Garrett Giles, along with Caden Brightheart. Garrett for three, no good. Tracks his own, rebound down in the right corner, dribbles back in the paint, kicks it out to Cooper Williams for three, good! 3-point shot for Cooper, and the Wildcats are up 53-26. Big first half for Cooper, and he starts it out with a nice 3-point shot.
Absolutely. He had 12 in the first half. He started this one off hot with a 3.
With the basketball will come the Bobcats. Meadows with the basketball, midcourt circle. Over around the left side it goes to Reggie Jones. Oak Ridge had a Reggie Jones play football, a little basketball back in the mid-'80s. As the Bobcats have the basketball, 53-26. Their big guy takes a shot, no good. Our big guy, Garrett Giles, pulls down the board and gives it to his point guard, Raekwon Watson. Ray to Caden, lefty for three, no good. Tracked down by Central. Here they come, number 2 to the hole, finger rolls, missed it. Garrett has the rebound. Garrett Giles to Ray. The Wildcats running the floor. Great move by Ray. Drives the paint, goes in for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Central. Here come the Bobcats. They had a snowbird back. Shot is good. Caden really couldn't do much there because he would have picked up his 4th foul. And the Wildcat lead as Garrett Giles dribbles into Cooper, catches it and lost it. Taken on the floor by the Bobcats. Here they come down the floor. Josh Brown with it. Left side, the ball deflected. Almost taken away by Shamar. They lose the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Cooper Williams. Ethan Eubanks along with TJ Hibben doing our technical work right now. Brian Bennett back at the station. Ben George is here. John Ulrich is here as well. We had Cutler and Grady here earlier doing our technical work. 5:57 to play. The big guy drives in, wants to shoot, powers it up there, no good. Shamar Green on the rebound. Wildcat basketball, 53-28 the score. Raekwon Watson all the way left. Caden Brightheart for three, good! 3-point shot for Caden. Caden had to sit most of the first half, Mike, because of foul trouble.
Yeah, but he sure came back strong this second half already. He's established himself both defensively and offensively, David.
28-point lead. Here's a steal by Ray. 56-28. This team beat Powell the other night. Ray with a great little Euro step in for the bucket, and Central has called a timeout because they are losing by 30 points. 5:19 to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back to the site of the District 3 basketball tournament, which begins next week. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I don't either. Who? I know. I can't understand. You know, I wanted to talk about that a little bit because it's funny how some games they play so well, and then there's just some nights when it's not your night for whatever reason. I love basketball for that reason. You never know. Same with like Tennessee, Kentucky. You know.
Welcome back once again, David Clary, Mike Sheehan. Mike, good to have you on the broadcast once again. We were talking off the air about, and I told you, basketball is such a weird sport. This Central team beat the 17 or 18-2 Powell team this weekend, and Halls, who Oak Ridge just has beaten like a drum in the 2 ball games, beat Carnes the other day. It's all about matchups.
It certainly is. And any given night, it amazes me how that happens.
30-point lead for the Wildcats, 58-28. We had a running clock in the girls' game. Lady Wildcats won big. The Wildcats district champions. The Wildcats trying to win the district championship on the boys' side. Central with the basketball. 58-28 the score. Bobcat ball. Wildcats trying to win their 20th game of the year. It'll be 14 straight years. Every year that Coach Green has coached here, we have won as they hit a three. That's a pretty shot by Cameron Horton. Every year he's coached here, we've won 20 or more ball games. The last time we didn't win 20 ball games is when Wortman was the coach.
That is crazy, David. It shows what a great coach he is.
Shot is good off the glass. Was that Caden Brightheart, I believe, off the glass? I think it was.
O.J. DJ Smith, I think, David.
Well, I thought it was Caden Brightheart who just scored for us, though.
Oh.
As the Bobcats get a shot up. No good. Rebound. Shamar battles for it. Okay. It was one of the two. It'll be Central for a three. No good. Rebound. Bobcats. Good hustle play by Central. Wildcats having the ball game right now. Malik Howard for the first time. The Wildcats playing the freshman. Central wanted to shoot a three. They lob it into the big guy, and he scores. Just went right past his defender as the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor up 60-33. 3:41 to play. Ray down the floor. Raekwon with it. Attacks inside. Stops. Backs it up once again around to Malik. Malik Howard takes 3 dribbles. Gives it over to Garrett Giles. Drives the right elbow. Shoots from there. Good. Garrett Giles buries the bucket, and Oak Ridge leads it 62-33. 3 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the third period. Bounce pass down low along the baseline to number 0, DJ Smith, who gives it up to number 2. He lost the ball because Garrett steals it. Garrett Giles down the floor. Will he dunk it? Nope. He's going to give it to Caden Brightheart, who shoots a 3. Nothing but net. High arcing shot. Tickles the twine, as they used to say, and Oak Ridge leads 65-33.
Back-to-back threes, David. Just cannon it, buddy. Way to hit the bottom.
Wildcats will take on Powell on Thursday. And then the Wildcats Saturday will play Fulton, the defending state champions, as 2:43 to play. Oh, he walks.
Yeah,
good defense by Shamar. Just really kind of harassed Josh Brown. The Wildcats are going to get Gavin Johnson in the ball game. Justice West is coming in. Charlie Taubenheim is coming in. Out of the game will come Garrett Giles, Shamar Green, Raekwon Watson. Might as well. We got more ball games to play this week, so might as well get some fresh legs.
Get them some rest while they can. You know, they're leading this one big, and some of these players coming in are as good as the ones going out.
Gavin Johnson in the left corner. It's Caden Brightheart around to Charlie. Charlie's had a great game. He's going to score a couple more right here if he hits the shot. No good.
Oh, my.
Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. Contact between freshman Justice West and Caden Brightheart. It'll be Central basketball. Almost took out our 2 camera guys, John Ulrich and Ben George. Yeah. Ethan, you'd have to do ground.
I do not like doing ground, so that would have been bad.
Here comes the Bobcats driving in. They lost it, and then a whistle, a foul on the floor is going to be called against Central. 2:10 to play in the third quarter. The Wildcats in the lead, 65-33. You know, I honestly didn't expect a 32-point lead at this point, Mike.
Yeah, they've really stretched it out, David. The Wildcats have really been shooting extremely well in this game.
Here comes a great play by the freshman Justice West. He steals it, gives it over to Gavin Johnson to Justice. He could have driven. Charlie. He thought about shooting another 3. Justice with it, looks to Malik Howard. He's down low. Here it goes to Gavin inside to Charlie in the paint. Charlie drives against his man, pulls up, shoots, no good. Great rebound by Malik Howard. His shot is blocked. A lot of contact.
Man.
Might have been a foul, but that guy who missed the call earlier didn't call it. The guy that I had never seen before. It's a pretty good officiating crew. They really haven't been bad, honestly.
No, I've only had one call I've been a little upset about, but
yeah.
I got over it.
Yeah, me too. When you're up by 30, it's a lot easier, isn't it?
It is.
Here's Central with the basketball. Number 10 with it, David Clark. They set the Meadows for 3, no good. Rebounded by Central. Pulling down the board is Cameron Horton. He'll launch a 3. Horton, here's a 3. 1:22 to play. The Wildcats 65-36. Here's Justice West to the hole. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Justice. Minute 15 to play, third quarter. The Wildcats currently playing with freshman Justice West, freshman Malik Howard, senior Caden Brightheart, junior Gavin Johnson, sophomore Charlie Taubenheim. The basketball will come Central. They shoot a 3. That's an air ball. Caden Brightheart with the rebound. Missed shot by David Clark. Down the floor, Caden. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Bounce pass, Malik Howard, turns, spins, drives, shoots, and scores. Malik Howard drops it in. That's his first two. Oak Ridge back by 31. 67-36 the score. Here's a block shot by the entire Wildcat team. Gavin Johnson saves it by knocking it off the body of Reggie Jones. You can tell by looking at the body language, Mike, of the Central Bobcats, they're in shock a little bit.
They're beat. I mean, they are. They're beat. They know they are. Oak Ridge just outplayed them tonight, David. I've never seen any better hustle than the Wildcats have tonight. They've just been all over the Central Bobcats.
Here's Charlie. Nice pass into Malik. Reverse layup. Good. Malik Howard. And give the assist to Charlie Taubenheim. 19 seconds to play third quarter. 69-36. It's been all Oak Ridge since really the beginning. Central. Oh, nice shot. Three-pointer good by Cameron Horton, senior. The Wildcats back on offense here, up by 30. Justice West, a little floater shot, no good. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score after 3 quarters of basketball here at Central High School. Oak Ridge 69, Central 39. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Wow, what an outpouring of points.
No letdown, that's for sure.
No, none.
Thanks a lot, Bill. The Wildcats on top by 30, 69-39. The Wildcats have the starters back in the ballgame. Shamar Green, Cooper Williams. Well, with the exception of Brandon Hayward, he's in the ballgame. He thought about lobbing it inside. Here's the lob. Oh, it's easy. Shot is good. Kind of a mismatch. They found Meadows trying to guard Cooper Williams, and just the distance, the height advantage for Cooper was huge, and that shot is no good by Central. Caden on the rebound. Wildcats up 71-39, but they turned the ball over. Let's see what they can do here. Travel is going to be called. Good defense by Caden Brightheart. He just stood his ground against number 3, Reggie Jones, and turned the ball over. The Central coach doesn't much care for it, but he did it. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball moving left to right. 71-39 Oak Ridge. Ray with the basketball. Raekwon Watson Jr. gives it off to Brandon Hayward. Lobs it over to Shamar, into Cooper. Another mismatch inside. It's an easy bucket. They don't have the right guys in there to guard him.
No, they sure don't. He just turned and spin and put in a little bunny there, David.
Meadows misses a 3, rebounded again by Oak Ridge. Down the floor will come Cooper Williams, 73-39. Cooper will dribble in, stops, gives it over to Brightheart. Caden backs it up, dribbles in, cannot. Good defense there by Central. Finds Shamar, here's the lob again. They don't have an answer, I'm telling you. They've got these little guys trying to guard our big guys, and that's just not going to work, Mike.
Cameron Clark was on him, and I'll guarantee you Cameron's a foot shorter, and Cooper just went right up over him, and if I had to foul him to keep him from making that, as Cooper will get 2 from the free throw line.
Cooper to the line, shot is up, and it is no good. Not too happy with himself. He's a good free throw shooter. Cooper came in at 68%. Most of the year he's been over 70. They're substituting new guys in the ballgame. Preston Hampton is in the ballgame. He's a sophomore. Also in the ballgame, number 23, Dante Strickland. Cooper back to the free throw line. 6:40 to play in the ballgame. 73-39, the Wildcats in the lead. Basketball is about match. That shot is short, but rebounded by Price Davis to Cooper. He might get a 3 this way. Shot no good. Basketball is about matchups, Mike Sheehan, and for whatever reason, Central is not matched up with the Wildcats, although they're incredibly athletic.
Yes, they are, but they're just no match for the team the Wildcats put on the floor tonight. It's just the Wildcats' night, David.
Steal by Price and a bucket by Brandon Hayward. Brandon Hayward scores again. I think that might be 6 in the ballgame, maybe 7. 7 points for Brandon. Good night for him. With the basketball will come the Bobcats. 75-39 the score. I like Brandon Hayward. I don't know if you've ever talked to him. He's a really, really good kid. Had a great football career, too.
He certainly is. He's one of my favorite players. As you'll remember, David, one of the last things happened this year in football, I called that running touchdown. He ran back all the way for a touchdown. How can I not like Brandon Hayward?
Exactly right. The Wildcats, let's see, who they got in the ballgame now. They got Jarrell Jimerson in the ballgame. They've got Price Davis, Charlie Taubenheim, along with Brandon Hayward and Malik Howard. Charlie thought about a 3, dribbles in, floats one in, and again, Charlie really has started to light it up for the Wildcats. He has got 9, had 11 the other night. Sophomore earning his playing time, and he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he certainly is, and doing a super job of it, David. What a relief to have a score come in and just keep pouring it on like that, as the Wildcats now lead 77-39.
I'm looking down in the corner there as Jarrell thought about shooting. The ball goes to Malik Howard on the baseline, goes out of bounds. I'm looking down in the corner, and I see our athletic director, Joe Gaddis, and Joe has had a good honor bestowed on him as of late.
Yeah, he got elected to the TSSAA Hall of Fame. What a tremendous honor for him. Could not happen to a better coach in the whole state than Joe Gaddis. Congratulations to you, Joe.
77-39. Tommy's trying to get me in trouble here, Mike.
That's not good. He's good for that. I've had a few entanglements with him myself.
he wanted me to kind of make a kind of a not so nice remark about the Clinton Dragons. I always get in trouble with Clinton. I don't want to do that. Nothing against their players. I'm going to say this again. Nothing against their players. I'm sure every Clinton Dragon and Lady Dragon wants to come to Oak Ridge on Tuesday. But their other rivals, Anderson County, I get that too, and it's a district ball game. But not find an alternate date, that's just disappointing. Oak Ridge leads Central 77-41. 3 minutes, 51 seconds to play. Malik Howard off the glass, good. Malik scores. That might be his 6th point in the ball game. Freshman scores, and Oak Ridge leads 79-41. Central basketball. The Wildcats have Gavin Johnson in the ball game, and Price Davis, Jarrell Jimerson, Malik Howard, Charlie Taubenheim. They launched a 3, might have been partially rejected. Central had the rebound, and he called a foul underneath there, I guess, on the push off for the rebound.
Got called for pushing, David.
Well, looks like the James brothers are about to come in. Not Jesse, not Frank.
That's good.
Maybe Ethan and Dallin. I thought they were coming in. They're not. He's looking at him. He's pointing at him. He's telling them they're going to go in a moment. 3:06 to play. Central ball, deflected pass, intercepted by Justice West. Justice coast to coast, left-handed off the glass, no good. And a hard foul comes crashing down, and the freshman will go to the free throw line.
He earned that one, David. He took a punishment on that. As soon as he left the ground, they just plowed into him, and he wasn't able to finish. But he'll get to shoot 2 from the free throw line.
Justice is a 75% free throw shooter. He's a freshman. 2 more freshmen are about to come in. The twin brothers. Justice to the line, good. And he continues to shoot free throws well. Charlie's out, Malik's out. Ethan, James, Dallin, James, Ethan. Let's see, Gavin Johnson, Jarrell Jimerson, and Justice West. He hit both of them. Everybody's played tonight. I just wish that Pearl Brennan Scott could get into a ball game.
Yeah,
that's just
a shame.
But he's on the bench supporting his teammates. 81-41, a 40-point lead for the Wildcats. 2 minutes to play in the ball game here. And this is a team that beat Powell the other night. We'll see Powell on Thursday. It's about matchups, I know. As there's a missed shot, Dallin's got the rebound. Dallin coming down the floor coast to coast, all the way in, and the ball knocked out by Central out of bounds. I think I've got Dallin.
Dante Strickland knocked that ball out of bounds. The Wildcats going to retain possession under their own goal.
Ethan James to work the ball in. Looks, bounce pass into Justice, shot. Tough shot, missed. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Pulled down by number 30 for them. That is Hemmingson. They work it in for a shot. Justice can't block it. The ball goes in for Efren Rodriguez. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, leading 81-43. A minute 12 to play. Turnover. Rodriguez dunks it. Nope, he lays it in good. Minute 6 to play. Turnover led to a bucket. Here comes Justice West down the floor. Justice dribbles in, stops. Here comes a three, no good. Rebounded by Jarrell Jimerson, comes down with the board. Jarrell lost the ball, taken away by Central. They still have one of their starters in. That's Efren Rodriguez again. The bench not as deep as Oak Ridge. 81-47, 43 seconds to play. Ethan James in the right corner, Jarrell Jimerson in the left corner, Dallin James down on the left block, Gavin Johnson at the top of the key, Justice West with the ball now. 32 seconds to play. Justice then stripped of the ball, swept out of his backhand. Then the Wildcats almost pull the ball down. Here comes Jarrell. Oh, great play. Jarrell Jimerson picks his pocket. The Wildcats on a 4-on-2. Jarrell drives, kicks it out to Dallin. Dallin shoots, no good. Tough rebound by Central, and we're down to the final 10 seconds. They shoot a three, no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge, 6 seconds. Ball goes out of bounds. The Wildcats have won by a final score of 81-47. The Oak Ridge Wildcats are the District 3 champions yet another time as the Wildcats win the title. The Lady Wildcats are the district champions, and the Oak Ridge boys are the district champions. Mike, nothing better than the sound of that word, champion.
No, you got to love it, David. It just helps so much in getting all that by. I don't have to start a whole lot later. Like I said, that you can come over here and watch these other teams play before you even have to get on the court. And to play this game tonight, just 1 week before the tournament, that's a benefit too. So it's been a win-win all the way around tonight for both the Lady Wildcats and the Wildcats.
I'll be speaking to Coach Aaron Green in a bit. Mike will have the final statistics. Good wins for the varsities. The Lady Wildcats win big. The boys win big. We are live at Central High School on, FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082. We're streaming our game live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. My name is David Clary, along with Mike Sheehan, John Ulrich, Ben George, Ethan Eubanks, TJ Hibben. We had Cutler Green up here. We had Grady. I forgot his last name. I apologize. His sister is one of the cheerleaders. They helped us as well. Brian Bennett back at the station. We'll take a break. We'll be back either with a look at the stats or with Coach Green following this 3-minute timeout. Welcome back once again to the Central High School gym where the Wildcats have defeated the Central Bobcats and in doing so win the District 3 championship. Mike, I don't know if you're done yet with the stats. Why don't you run those down while we wait for Coach Green?
First for the Central High Bobcats, DJ Smith had 2. Leading scorer of the night, Efren Rodriguez for the Central Bobcats had 14. J.D. Harris had 6. Reggie Jones had 5. Cameron Clark had 9. Will Meadows had 2. Dante Strickland had 1. And Josh Brown had 4 for the Central Bobcats for a total of 47. For the victorious champion Oak Ridge Wildcats, Brandon Hayward had 7. Shamar Green had 4. Justice West had 2. Malik Howard came in late and came in strong with 6. Garrett Giles had a solid 9. The second leading scorer, Raycon Watson, had 15. Caden Brighthard chipped in 10. Charlie Tallenheim, had 9. And Cooper Williams led all Oak Ridge scorers with 19 as the Wildcats walk away with a tremendous 81-47 victory to clinch the region title for the Oak Ridge Wildcats, and they will be the number 1 seed in the tournament starting next week.
Let's get Coach Green in here. I'll let you sit down here. Yeah. And Wildcats win big here. Coach, I was talking to Mike just a moment ago. Basketball is all about matchups. The other night, the Powell team with that incredible record and playing great ball takes on this Central team and beats them. And then you come out, you jump on them. It's like 17-0 before they could even get a shot off, really. Your defense was just so good in the first. I knew they'd make a run there at the end of the first quarter. They pulled at 10 maybe or something like that, but a very complete effort. I know as a coach you see a lot of things that you don't like that you need to work on, but it's hard to go on the road in our district and win by about, it's not quite 40, but you're up 40 there at the end of the ball game. You got to be pretty pleased, and you're also the District 3 champions too.
Yeah, I think as a coach, as most coaches are hard to please. We're perfectionists, but I just coming out of the locker room there. I told my dad walking up here. I thought, hey, we played pretty good, didn't we? And he said, yeah. My dad don't usually say that much. So if Daddy Green says you played pretty well, you played pretty well. But I thought we were locked in. I've talked a lot about that, just being kind of locked in and on edge a little bit as far as what we're doing defensively, and having a little bit of nastiness to you. And then playing with some confidence. I thought, I thought the whole start and how we played, I thought was generated by how we defended in the first quarter. We held them scoreless as 15, 17, nothing, whatever it was, and we were forcing them into tough jumpers, not letting them get to the rim, and we were challenging and contesting all their shots and rebounding the ball well. And I think for the first time in a while, we got it out in transition. And I thought the other team got tired. We got some transition baskets. We've been of course, we work on it all the time, but it's really been an emphasis to get this, get out, get in transition, let's get it going, play fast, and so I thought we did a lot of good things tonight. I thought everybody did, contribute. Shamar defensively, I'll just, because I know we're talking about guys that scored, but what he's doing defensively now, he's starting to get a little bit of feel, with Brennan out. He's having to guard some guards, and he's doing a pretty good job. He's long. He guards the perimeter a lot better than I would have said at the beginning of the year. He's hit most of the game. He was on some guys that can shoot it a little bit and drive it, and you would never know it. So that's huge. So, I thought, again, we made the easy play. I thought we got it inside. We had good balance of driving it and throwing it inside. Our guys got on the glass. So just overall good. I was pleased, David. Overall good win. And like you said, you can't take it for granted winning the league. You can't take it for granted. It's not easy to do. I know, it's kind of an expectation that we have. I guess generated ourselves or whatever. It's just, I guess, tradition at Oak Ridge too, even before I got there. But it's a big deal to win the league, and I think that settled up tonight. And that's the first step. And trying to get, make a run in postseason is, gets you into the region, so with a 1 and 2 get buys. But I was proud of him. I thought Hayward gave us some good minutes when he come in.
Most definitely in the first
he
half, for
defended
sure.
really well. He rebounded, had some big rebounds down there. Charlie, again.
What have you been feeding him?
Well, I tell you what, man, I love it. He's very, he's just aggressive.
Right.
He's got no fear, and that's how you need to play. You can't be timid, can't be got there afraid to make mistakes, but the kid has earned it. I mean, he's worked his tail off all year. I remember going to the Bahamas. He never got in one game. We played 5, and he never got in. Just happy-go-lucky, but he's continued to work, David, every day. He's staying after. He's coming before. He's challenging and competing against our first team in practice. And glad I thought Malik Howard come in and did a good job for us. He had some buckets. And those guys got a bright future for us. Justice West gave us some minutes there in the first half as well. But again, I was proud of them. And, it's just not an easy place to win. It's a pretty good basketball team that we beat handily tonight.
Yeah, and I said earlier about the matchup issue. I saw another shocking game, too. Did I read it right that Halls beat Carnes?
Yes.
Did I? I mean,
52-50.
I mean, it's just all about matchups, is it not, Coach?
It's a crazy game.
Yeah, it is.
It's a crazy game, and I think that was Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a crazy game. It's like, just take Tennessee, for example. Of course, I've been riding my Kentucky boys. Take some of that.
Yeah.
But Tennessee laid a complete egg against South Carolina,
right.
50-something points, and go to Rupp Arena and score 101.
Right.
How's that happen?
Yeah, and never trail in the ball game.
How's
either.
that happen? It's basketball. I think that one of the, as I've gotten older, the things you can control is how hard you play. I know this is coach talk, but how hard you play, how unselfish you are, and sharing it. You're not always going to make shots. You're not always going to play good, But I think in overall, the whole, when you kind of bottle it all up in the bottle, if your guys are competing, if they're playing unselfish, a lot of that stuff will take care of itself. But when shots go in, it's amazing how much better you are.
Oh, yeah, and a lot more fun to play and fun to watch. Coach, you got a good little stretch drive here to get ready to get to the tournaments, which I believe, on the original schedule it says you would play like on the 17th or something, but I know you have your meeting tomorrow, so you'll find out exactly. But you got a good little stretch. There's a Powell team that's good.
Yeah.
It's a makeup game on Thursday. Do you want to talk about tomorrow at all, Coach?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, it's as far as the Clinton you're referring to,
right.
The Clinton game. I'm disappointed for the kids. I'm disappointed for the players on both sides that don't get to play. Our seniors don't get to play Clinton again at home. Our seniors don't get to play them at home. I think that's a travesty in itself. I'm not going to get into bad mouth or anything like that. But I just hate it for Clinton players. Hate it for our players. It's a game that I think should try to be played if you can all play. I mean, we'd have 4 games this week.
Yeah.
We were going to play back to back against Powell, Clinton, and
you were willing to do it.
Fulton. Oh yeah. I mean, it's just. But I know. I mean, again, everybody in East Tennessee was backed up. We're back as far as games, I'm just I guess I'm just really I hate it for the kids because they're not getting to play a rival game on their home floor.
So, like what I was starting to say is just about the stretch drive here before the tournaments. You got a good Powell team.
Yep.
You got a great defending state champion Fulton team on Saturday, and then you got a really good Alcoa team next Tuesday. That's a great way to head to.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, I think Powell's 20-3. I know they lost here. They're a really good team. They got a really good player. Coach Barnes does a good job. They're solid. I just know when we played them there, we scored 85. I think it's 85-73 was the final. They made 9 threes the first half. We're still up like 2 or 3. They've had a really good year. And then, just looking, you're talking about this week, obviously I think Fulton is arguably the best team in the state, any classification, in my opinion. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I mean, I know just from this summer they go to a lot of stuff we do. They beat Bartlett in this summer in Memphis, and Bartlett's probably one of the better teams in Memphis. So I don't think there's any doubt Fulton is one of the better teams in the state of Tennessee, any classification. Alcoa's right there as well. Both got really good players. But, again, it's like I told our guys, last thing I said is, hey, we got 3 really good teams back to back to back, and if that don't get you ready for postseason, nothing will.
Coach, I'll let you go here, but before I do, I told his mother this, and I want to tell his dad this too. I was desperate for help. My boys over here broke down on the way over here.
Oh, goodness.
I saw your son sitting up in the stands up there. I walked over there. He knew, I think, what I was asking. I walked up there, and he said, sure, right away. So you have raised a really good son.
Man, that's good. I'm glad he didn't fake an injury or something on you, David. He said, trying not to, my legs are, but no, that's good for him to do that. And he, just like a lot of people know, Chris, he watches and listens to the broadcast and stuff. But yeah, good. Again, just I guess you're going to probably ask me round it up. Right?
Yeah, round it up.
I'm proud of our guys for winning our league, and we've had some adversity, obviously losing Brennan, and I think, again, I hate to repeat myself, but you can't take winning for granted. It's not easy to do. It's hard to do. So I'm proud of these kids for accomplishing one goal. They're still, our biggest ones are out in front of us. Like all the teams, obviously, they're going to be playing in postseason. But again, to have an opportunity to win it with still one game left, says a lot. And I wish we wouldn't have dropped that one at Carnes, but that's part of it. Maybe that ended up being a blessing for us, as far as just being able to kind of wake us up and get us going a little bit. I thought we've played a lot better. Since Carnes.
Much better.
And sometimes those losses, even though they sting, and sometimes they can help you down the stretch. So we're proud of them. And we just, like I told them in there, we'll go a little bit lighter tomorrow. I got, obviously a long, tough week. And kind of get our legs back under us and then have a good day on Wednesday and get ready for a really good PAL team on Thursday. And we'll start with that. We won't talk about the other ones yet.
I do have one more question, too. How important is it to play a late-season ball game on this floor when you're going to play here next week?
I thought about that coming over here, and, I don't know how it's all going to unfold, as far as seeds, but, very well could play them here on their home floor in the district tournament. And I think there's some, I think there's a little bit to that, having a little bit of familiarity with the gym maybe. So maybe that's a positive that was rescheduled. But I know last time, help me, Dave, remember, last time we played a district tournament over here.
2015, and it snowed.
Tajon Jones.
Yeah.
I remember there's a picture of him that's still on the internet of him making a jump shot right down here because Coach Higgins was in the background.
Yeah.
And I know we had the tournament over here. I remember having a good tournament. I think T had a good tournament. But and we end up, how far did we make it that year, David? Is that the one we lost the last second shot to Crockett?
You did.
I hate I brought that up.
Yeah, you brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up. I remembered that,
I remember them, man. I remember them, all the bad losses. But
you even remembered that foul up at the Arby's Classic.
I remember all. I got a Joe Gaddis memory, David, as far as knowing the losses and stuff. I remember that one. I'm sure Joe's the same way. But yeah, appreciate what you guys do. Let's pack in. If you're in Oak Ridge listening to this, you got three really good nights of basketball, Thursday, Saturday, and Tuesday at Oak Ridge Wildcat Arena. You need to come out and pack that place. It'll be fun night for girls and boys. I know PAL girls are good. I know Iowa girls are good. I think Fulton's not quite as good, but again, athletic. So should be 3 good nights of basketball this week. Come out and support these guys and girls.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thanks, David.
Wildcats victorious in both varsity ball games. Let's get Mike in here real quick, and we'll get the Lady Wildcats win their game easily. Mike, do you have any final comments here? I might even ask Ben. I fired Ben a few minutes ago, but not just kidding. But Mike, do you have any final comments?
Just a great night. I'm just so glad I came over here and you let me be part of this broadcast. The Oak Ridge is just playing so well. I'm real proud of both these teams. To be district champions again and to have the one-loss record they have, it's just a wonderful thing, David, to be part of this. And I appreciate you and all your crew that's here and helping us out all the time, especially my man, Ben George.
I do appreciate it, Mike, and also appreciate still having a job here after a month-long hiatus, but I'm back in the saddle. We're back in the saddle, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, great games, both by the Lady Wildcats and boys Wildcats. Completely dominated the game from start to finish, both teams, and getting ready for the district tournament here next week. It's a great opportunity to, like Coach Green also mentioned, get used to this floor and get used to this building because they're going to be in here pretty often next week, and so will we, David.
That's true. Thanks a lot, Ben. I appreciate that. I appreciate TJ. That would be Trenton J. Hibben, along with Ethan Eubanks. Appreciate, what's his name again?
Graydon Calder and Cutler Green.
Thank you very much. Appreciate Mike Sheehan as well. Our engineer at the station is Brian Bennett. We also had John Ulrich kind of show up here and enjoyed the ball game. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School ball, not on the radio, but we'll broadcast Thursday's game against PAL at the Wildcat Arena, 6 o'clock tip-off time on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 1082, and we'll stream it live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. For all the people I mentioned before, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody.